Artificial intelligence, AI. You hear that term like everywhere, right? But what does it actually mean? Well, over the next few minutes, we're going to break it all down. What it is, how it works, and why it's already a huge part of your daily life.
So let me ask you something. Have you ever asked your phone or a smart speaker to play your favorite song? Or maybe asked for the weather? Or told it to set a timer while you're cooking? I'm guessing you have. These things feel so simple, almost like a little bit of magic. But if you've done any of them, then, yep, you've already used AI. See? It's not some far-off, futuristic idea from a sci-fi movie. It's here, it's right now, and it's woven into our everyday lives, a lot of times in ways we don't even really notice. Okay, so let's get right to the big question. What are we actually talking about when we say AI? Now, it might sound super complicated, but trust me, the main idea behind it is actually pretty simple. Think of it this way. AI is all about making computers and machines smart. Smart enough to do the kinds of things that, usually need a human brain. Things like learning from experience, figuring out problems, or even making decisions. The whole goal is just to create smart systems that can help us out.
And believe it or not, this whole idea isn't new at all. The actual term artificial intelligence was created way back in 1956. Then we started seeing these huge public moments, like in 1997 when IBM's Deep Blue computer beat the world chess champion. That was a huge deal. And then again in 2015, when Google's AlphaGo won at the game Go, a game that's way, way more complex than chess. Each one of these steps was a massive leap forward.
Okay, but how? How do these machines get so smart? It's not like they just wake up one day knowing how to beat a grandmaster at chess. Nope. They need a special kind of fuel, a secret ingredient that powers all of their learning. So, what is the secret sauce? What's the magic ingredient that makes it all tick? Well, it's something that you and I create every single day, in absolutely massive amounts. Honestly, the best way to think about it is like you're baking a cake. To bake a cake, you need ingredients, right? Flour, sugar, eggs. You can't do it without them. Well, in the exact same way, you can't build AI without its number one ingredient, and that's called data. That's all data really is. It's just information. It's the raw material that an AI studies to find patterns, to make guesses, and to get smarter over time. And just like with baking, the better your ingredients, the better your data, the better your final cake or your AI is going to be. And when we say data, it can be pretty much anything. It can be numbers on a spreadsheet. It could be the words I'm saying right now. It can be the photos you post online or even just the music you listen to. All of this is information that an AI system can learn from. Okay, so this next part is super important because it clears up a lot of confusion. We need to talk about the two main types of AI you hear about, because there's a huge difference between the tech we have today and the stuff you see in movies.
First up, you've got weak AI, or sometimes it's called narrow AI. This is the stuff that's all around us today. It's designed to be fantastic at one specific thing, like understanding your voice or playing chess. And then you have strong AI. This is the sci-fi stuff, the idea of a machine that can think and feel and has a consciousness just like a human. And let me be super, super clear. Strong AI does not exist. Not yet, anyway. So, knowing that everything we interact with is that weak AI, let's dive into where you're actually using it, maybe without even thinking twice about it. Just think about your phone for a second. AI is like this invisible engine running in the background of so many apps you use, always working to make things a little bit smoother, a little more personal for you. Let's take search engines, for example. When you type something in, an AI instantly analyzes what you're asking, sifts through billions and billions of web pages, and tries to give you the most relevant answers in like the blink of an eye. It's wild when you think about it. Or how about your social media feed? That is 100% pure AI in action. It's constantly learning what you stop to watch, what you like, and what you share. And then it uses all that information to suggest new videos, new posts, and new people that it thinks you'll like, all to keep you scrolling, to keep you engaged. And it's not just for entertainment. AI is also like a digital bodyguard working behind the scenes. It's working 24/7 to catch and filter out spam from your email, spot weird patterns that might be a scam, and block harmful stuff before you even have a chance to see it. Now, because AI is so powerful and it's so baked into our lives, that brings us to our final and honestly maybe the most important part of this whole conversation. It's not just about what AI can do, but what it should do. And this is where we get into the idea of ethics. So, Ethics. What is that? Well, in simple terms, it's just about knowing the difference between right and wrong. And when we apply that to AI, it means we have to be really careful to build these systems to be fair, to be open, and to help everyone, not just some people. And that's a really good question. I mean, a computer is just running code, right? How can it possibly be unfair or biased? Well, remember our cake? The problem can start with the ingredients. It's pretty simple, really. If the ingredients you put in are bad or biased, then the cake that comes out is going to be biased too. So for example, if an AI that helps with hiring is only trained on data from a company that historically only hired men for a certain job, it might learn to unfairly ignore applications from women. That's the challenge here. Biased information going in means biased results coming out. And that's why the goal here is so important. The whole point is to build AI that is fair and helpful for everybody. It's a responsibility for the people who make it and for those of us who use it to make sure these systems are designed to be equal and to treat everyone with fairness. This really all rolls up into a bigger idea called digital citizenship. It's about how we use these amazing, powerful tools like AI in a responsible way. It's about understanding their impact and working to make sure they help build a digital world that's better and fairer for all of us. And that, right there, is the big question we're all left with. AI is one of the most powerful tools our species has ever created. It could solve some of our biggest problems and make our lives better in ways we can't even imagine yet. But the direction it goes, that's not just up to a few programmers in a lab. It's up to all of us. So, how are we going to choose to use it?